right. How's it, everybody? It is a 4 p.m. Wednesday, West Coast time. I'm thinking it might be 1 p.m. Hawaii time, 7 p.m. on that there East Coast, and 6 p.m. for our Central Time folk. It looks like we have got a Central Time folk and a Hawaii Time folk in the house today, already waiting, saying hello to the chatterers in the Statterbox crew. Kenny from the Cove, Cola T, so happy to see you here today. As you both know, I am Mad Statter, and this is Chatter with Statter. All right, so now that we've got a couple people coming in, let's get the party started. Perfection. Okay, Kenny from the Coast, how's it? You know what, man? Today was a weird kind of day. In fact, I was kind of down in the dumps. But then I remembered this one video that I saw back in the day that was, well, I'm going to share the video with you guys a little bit later, and I'll explain a little bit more. But basically, videos that I'll be showing a little bit later, they're the reason I'm gonna go to hell. Yeah, we'll expand on that when the topic comes up. So Picola T, you might have to step away, but you'll try to rejoin the stream later. Perfection, do what you need to do. It is the middle of the afternoon for your time zone, and I can only assume that you've got a lot of better things to do than hang out in front of the interwebs. On the other hand, sometimes hanging out in front of the internebs, that's where we're at right now. We're at the internebs. Sometimes hanging out in front of the internebs is exactly what we need to be doing. And let's see here. Shock, yes, nag Statter to cough up some content for shorts. I actually have a couple things in mind. But you see, Shock, I've actually since, actually, I don't know if you were here when I explained this a few streams ago, but and this anyway, I recently had a medication situation with my doctor, and she basically, in hindsight, I can say this wholeheartedly, she basically screwed me over. I don't know if she willingly and stubbornly did it, or if she was just being super ignorant. But during the worst time of the year possible, i.e. tax season, my meds were adjusted to such a degree that my brain has, I'm still realizing all the ways that, the medication change was for the negative, from brain fog to dry skin to this, that, and the other thing. And so yeah, exactly. Shock, let me know you've actually, oh my God, dude, stealing that copy, you literally just summed it up. Let me know when you get back your brain. Precisely. That is exactly it. And so the meds have since been readjusted, and so hopefully we will get back what we broke down. But it occurred to me just earlier today, which was part of my reason for being all in a bad mood, was, it took a month to bring my blood levels to a horrible state, but I was literally almost perfectly medicated before we tore down what we built up. And just because it took us a month to tear it down doesn't mean it's going to be a month to rebuild it. It just occurred to me, this might actually be a longer struggle to rebuild what we broke than it took to break it, So, yeah, Bogoti, I do realize that if the chatter scatters, that it's completely normal. Oh, absolutely, which is what I'm counting on with you guys, right? Because, anyway, my point of this scattering and rambling is, even though I know I need to be making shorts, I have been taxing my brain to the fullest and learning how to do a little bit more on my video editing software. And so today, actually, we will see a video that that I created from some rough footage that Darlene provided, and multiple levels of learning took place on this particular video. Is it perfect? Not even close. That's okay. I'm still gonna show it off anyway. And let's see here. Oh no, shock. Speaking of brain being messed up today, I broke a lamp, your motorbike, your screen protector, and nearly your foot. So you get it. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess, I don't know, you know, is mercury in mayonnaise or something today? Isn't that how it is? Or is mercury in the remoulade or whatever it is when things get all messed up? It wasn't your lamp, it was his lamp. I don't know if that's better or worse, Shock. Yeah, mercury in the remoulade, exactly. I think isn't that that's where we're at right now. And so let's see here. So you got new taillights for the Aka tomorrow. You've already done that. OP for someone else. Okay, I don't really know what some of those words mean, but that sounds positive. And so, speaking of positive, and why I'm positive I'm going to hell. So, we're discussing, like, the, Aka, red is your bike. Okay, I thought that was what we were talking about, but I wasn't quite sure. But anyway, you guys, so, you know, talking about the things that made today less than ideal, and being in one of those type of moods. I was before here in one of those kind of moods, and I was like, you know, you need to something, come on, gotta switch this gear. And then I remembered this video that I saw a few months ago, and I was like, you know what, if this still makes me laugh, or this should probably get me out of the mood, because it made me laugh so hard before. I've watched this, I don't know how many times at this point. I can watch it on a loop. The longer I watch it, the harder I laugh. The harder I laugh, the more I'm going to hell, because it's just how this is. So I grabbed it, and hopefully we can watch it together. And hopefully all of you guys will be with me when we're in hell together for laughing at this guy. But, you know, he did put it on the internet, and we're gonna watch this more than once. Sorry. So if you don't like, I will give you this trigger warning. If you don't like the sound of burps, then you're probably not gonna like this video. I don't like the sound of burps, but you'll see what I'm talking about.
Your man might have the Star Wars Lego set Death Star, but can he chug a sparkling water and not burp? Oh my gosh. What do I do? Your man might have the Star Wars Lego set Death Star, but can he chug a sparkling water and not burp? Oh my gosh. What do I do? Your man might have the Star Wars Lego set Death Star, but can he chug a sparkling water and not burp? Oh my gosh. What do I do?
Okay, see, so so I thought earlier today, you know, I really need to switch this mood up. And so what if I watched that one video that made me laugh before? And yeah, so now my stomach hurts and tears are coming out of my eyes. I don't know what I like better. Like, he's just like, oh my gosh, what do I do? I don't know. So, if you did not think that was funny, then good for you. You're a better person than I am. But, but, I mean, shit. Oh, excuse me, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to say that, you guys. You did not hear that. Oh, Cindy, hi. Hey, how you doing? Oh, I don't know if I'm gonna be okay, Shock. I can't help it. I just am, no, I'm telling you, you guys, that stupid video makes me laugh. I don't need to explain. I don't need to tell you that stupid video makes me laugh so flippin' hard. And I don't know if it's the what do I do part that makes me laugh, or the fact that he like then turns and basically knocks himself out. I mean that, oh God. Oh, it's, oh, jeez Louise. I am so sorry to be just out of control like this. And let's see here. Shock, no, the mirror scares, actually, I will go look that up, because I've scared myself in the mirror. As someone who's, you know, dyed their hair many times, you know, when you like go from a bright red to like a dark black or whatever, you know, and you like walk in the, yeah, dude, I mean, I've scared myself. And so, hey, Just Scuzzy, good to see you. First time chatter. Welcome to the Scatterbox. Good to see you here. I know that we see you every place else, but good to have you chatting here. Yes, I love my Honu. It is almost daily around my neck. And if it's not around my neck, it's only because I forgot and I'm in panic mode later on when I realize it's not on me yet. So let's see here. Kenny, have I considered power slamming a pamplemousse during the stream? No. I mean, no. And I don't think I need to explain to you why that would never. I mean, I would. You know the video that we just watched, the one where he knocked himself out. Yeah, that would be more graceful than what I would do. And so, no. And exactly, Shock, my house way too small for the kind mess. Yeah, I think the projectile burping that would happen with that sparkling water challenge would probably, actually, you know, would probably clean my front window. It would go so far across the room that it would actually hit my front window, which does need to be cleaned. So maybe I should. Maybe I should do that. Oh, hey, Elaine, good to see you. Sorry I didn't say hello to you earlier. For all y'all who just came in, I'm gonna, you know, sorry guys, we've found, I think we found Statter's disc. You know how Andy, you know, had the disc girl, as it were, Wild Willie, and here's Ash's tail. Well, I think this is my disc, as it were. And so, Elaine, Cindy Krause, Just Scuzzy, in case you don't know what has sent me into the like most ridiculous fit of giggles, well, here it is.
Oh my gosh. What do I do? Your man might have the Star Wars Lego set Death Star, but can he chug a sparkling water and not burp? Oh my gosh. What do I do? Your man might have the Star Wars Lego set Death Star, but can he chug a sparkling water and not burp? Oh my gosh. What do I do?
All right, so that's enough of that for now. And maybe I promise that'll be the last time we watch that today. But as you can see, I've calmed down a little bit. So I'm building up a tolerance, as it were. But basically, though, for those of you who did come in maybe a smidge later than when I started, I earlier today I was in a little bit of a rare type of mood, and because I was in a not so happy mood, I wanted to try to get in a better mood. I remembered that video existed, watched it, couldn't stop laughing, and so that's why I'm going to hell when I die, because I think things like that are funny. And let's see here, Cindy, you're amazed I could laugh so hard and not snort. Well, actually, Cindy, have you been like listening in? Like, I have been ripping out a snort in the middle of my laughter a lot in the last couple weeks. How I didn't snort during that laughing fit, I'm not quite sure, because seriously, I just the other day I actually was laughing and I snorted so loud that I actually had to say, "Oh my God, I just snorted," and everyone I was with was like, "Yeah, we know, we heard you." And let's see here. I can also listen to Tijuana Taxi by Herb Alpert and the Tijuana, the brass band people, I think is what you're trying to say. Well, I've probably heard that song just because Herb Alpert's music is so, like, the 1970s, 80s soundtrack in the back of my life. Okay, I'll have to check it out. For certain. Let's see. All right, so as you guys might know, oh really? You oh, Cindy, you never could have laughed that hard and not. Hey, Honda, good to see you. We are sitting here talking about things and stuff right now, talking about things that make us laugh so hard we snort. And it's a good thing that there's some guys out there like Kenny who actually thinks that that snort laughing is the cutest, most endearing thing a lady can do. Because I'll tell you what, Kenny, it does not feel like the cutest, most endearing thing a lady can do. In fact, it feels kind of like the polar opposite of the cutest, most endearing thing a lady would do. Rick coming in with the saddest news ever. I mean, we're happy that you're here, Rick. Just checking in before we head out to town for our last dinner, because we ate all the stuff out the fridge. That is super awesome and kind of sad, because I have really been appreciating getting your vacation all over me. And in getting your vacation all over me, I've been spreading your vacation all over everyone. In fact, I've got at least two, maybe three movies of, no, I think it's two. I have some movies that I made from Darlene's footage. 2, maybe 3, we'll see. I have a bunch of pictures, and so anything else that you guys haven't sent me yet, by all means, I am willing to post it and work with it. In fact, a lot of the raw footage that Darlene has sent is creating. Yep, there we go. That's what it's doing. It's motivating me to learn more stuff on my video editing software, which is very exciting to me. And Cindy Krause, the pictures of the Honu are really wonderful. And little spoiler, those are some of the pictures I am going to be sharing. And exactly, Rick, it is all good according to the universe because you're still here. So, hey, Rick, where are you and Darlene going to go for your final dinner dinner on the island. And I'm wondering if you're gonna, I feel like you should order steak and seafood, even though you might have a seafood allergy, so you shouldn't do that then. And maybe you're tired of steak. Does anybody get tired of steak? I don't think I get tired of steak. Wah! Okay, so my backdrop just fell down. And you don't plan that far in advance. Fair enough. Fair enough. Shock, you went and broke 3 things today. Almost your foot. The lamp will never be the same. And yeah, I broke my backdrop. So what we're going to do right now is I'm going to... Let's see, what am I going to do? I'm going to play this quick video, and hopefully I'll be able to fix things in time.
It's a jungle and mosquito-y. The beautiful trees, flowers dispersed everywhere. I found Rickfoot up on Manoa Falls. Of course, Rickfoot has to get all the way up to the top of the falls with the big rocks and the mud. I ain't going that high. I can see the falls, so I'll let him do the climbing. Turn around, Rick. Turn around, Rick.
When Rickfoot is deep in the wild, he cannot hear the call of civilization. No, once that far into the woods, Rickfoot is in his natural habitat, and he will not respond to the luring sounds of his lady. Oh man, my backdrop is not doing very good backdrop things. Oh man, you can see everything. I did not fix it. Oh my goodness. Okay, alright, how about this? Yes, Rickfoot definitely went to Hawaii. And, alright, so what we're gonna do now is we are going to look... Where did it go? There we go. We're gonna look at a bunch of really pretty pictures. All right, beautiful, perfect. That photo interlude was brought to you by Rick and Darlene, and I can't even remember. I think it was Laia Point or wherever it was. I think it was Laia. I think we're gonna say it was Laia. Yes, indeedy. Let's call it that. And there we go. Mo betta. Exactly. No need to look into the kitchen. Don't see what's behind the curtain. The curtain being the surfboards. And Darlene, good to see you. Finally made it in. Bit of laundry and now trying to cram everything back in the suitcase. So it must fit going out. No, Darlene, that's the first rule of everything. It's never gonna fit again. You're gonna have to, it's something I learned on my last day there. I was shoving stuff in the the flat rate post office priority boxes, medium size or whatever, anywhere, any weight, anywhere in the US, $16 a box or whatever, and I was cramming that full of everything. And so gotta mail it in, gotta mail the extras, and you don't know what's extra until you realize what you can't fit in. So maybe budget in a trip to the post office tomorrow before you head on out of the island, because that was pretty much one of my last stops, was the post office. And actually, I dare say one of my, even after the post office, my last stop was the Gulick Avenue dumpster, which, by the way, I noticed we didn't have a picture of the Gulick Avenue dumpster from y'all. And that says to me that maybe, just maybe, you need to come back to Oahu again to get that checked off your list. See, you're so smart. Don't do everything. Now you've given yourself a reason to come back, right? Because you have to, one day, you're going to have to pay homage, right, to the dumpster. And so if you can't, if you can't go this time, I guess that means that you're going to have to come back. Oh, yeah, exactly. You're going to have to come back. It's just the way it works. And yeah, so that was one of the last things I did, actually, was I made a trip to the dumpster. And then actually, I think the very last thing that I did, no, in fact, I know the very last thing I did, I ended up chasing rainbows, finding a freshwater spring in the middle of the city, and taking pictures and a movie of roosters and chickens and baby chicks, all at the freshwater spring. That was the very last thing that I did, and quite honestly, I didn't plan it because I didn't know where it was. I was just chasing rainbows, literally. And so I followed the rainbow where it took me. And then when I got out of my car to take the pictures of the rainbows, I realized that it was at this freshwater spring that PhotoLuke had done a piece on. But PhotoLuke, wanting to keep it sort of a local secret, didn't let anybody know where he was, what it was called, blah, blah, blah. He just took a picture of the surrounding area, or took a video of the surrounding area. But it's very distinct when you get to the spring, it's very distinct spring, right? And so, so as soon as I pulled up, I was like, oh my God, PhotoLuke took me here. And so, so I felt very blessed in that way. And Rick even missed a photo op with all the mini yellow dumpsters. Yeah, you could have taken pictures with the queen dumpster's minions. And Kenny, y'all can't leave Hawaii until you get a picture of the holy dumpster of Gulick. That is so funny. I really do have to wonder if one day people who are like locals, start like, did you notice people seem to, how are they taking a picture of that? Like what? Yeah. Let's see here. Elaine, your complex has newer looking, better, not rusted and stanky ear dumpsters, about 10 of them. Well, I don't know what it is about that little beat up dumpster, but I enjoy every rusted little part. Hey there, Pradic Val, how you doing? Where you at today? I'm going to assume you are perhaps, let's see here, you're in Vail, Colorado. Why would you be in Vail? This isn't a ski season. Okay, you're in Vail. That's where you're at right now, right? I'm just guessing, but that's where you're at. That's where your private jet is at. It's in Jackson Hole, Wyoming. That's where you're at. I'm gonna guess. I mean, I already guessed. And let's see here. Cindy Krause, or Darlene's telling Cindy that your check-on bag is stuffed with all the treasures and souvenirs, making room for clothes. That's going to be the issue. Exactly. Oh, Picola T, lucky you. You're going to listen to Henry Capono and Brother Noland at Blue Note tonight. Surprise date from the hubby. He is a keeper. Yeah, it sounds like it. Gosh, you know, Picola T, it sounds like you and your husband go on more dates and adventures now than you probably did when you were dating before you got married. Between all of your, worldwide travels and everything, God, you guys are just like living the life. And let's see here. Shock, yeah, that's a keeper too, actually. That's a really, that's a metric I hadn't really thought about, but that is one to make note of. When you mess your bike up, he asks if the bike was okay after he asks if you were okay. That's a good, that's the proper order of procedure. But I can say, I'm not so sure every person would have passed that proper order of procedure. And when I say person, I say that for a reason. I'm not pointing fingers at dudes. I feel like there would be some chicks, like maybe myself, that might not do that right. And Kenny, the locals around Gulick, gonna see us kneeling around the dumpster and start to wonder what kind of butter they smoking over in the mainland. Yeah, well, funny you should say that, Kenny. The ones who live right across the street know firsthand. But let's see here. Okay. So, what do we have waiting for? Oh, I know what we've got waiting for us. Oh, Shuck. Oh, good. He's also mad that not mad that you broke his lamp. Good. Well, some lamps are they're just utilitarian and whatever they break. There's 2 lamps in my house that if someone broke them, I'd probably be annoyed. As it turns out, actually, one of the 2 is already broken, and I broke it, so I guess, actually, now that I think about it, there's only 1 lamp in my house that I'd be annoyed if it was broken. Yeah. Let's see here. Okay. So now, did you guys notice when we found Rickfoot in the jungle that we know that it's the same? You know it. We can tell it's the exact same Rickfoot, right? Here, let's watch the Rickfoot video again and see if you guys can. How we know for certain that this Rickfoot isn't just the tropical. This is not the typical tropical variety. This was an imported variety from the mainland. And we know that because of the distinctive roar. See if you can hear it.
It's a jungle and mosquito-y. But beautiful trees, flowers dispersed everywhere. I found Rickfoot up on Manoa Falls. Of course, Rickfoot has to get all the way up.
See, there you go. Did you hear that roar? Did you hear it? Yep. That roar is identical to the call of the ones of the Rickfoots found in Wisconsin. Identical, I'm telling you. I can ID that call like nobody's business. So that was not a native Hawaiian Rickfoot. That was the kind that was imported invasive from the continental United States. So somebody better gather that Rickfoot up and bring him back to the colder territories so he can continue the luxurious growth of his wonderful silver hair, which allows him to blend into the snowscape The snowscape of the Wisconsin wilderness. Yes, yes. Yep, you know that roar, rare Wisconsin variety. Precisely, it is the Wisconsin variety. Hey, Pussycat, good to see you. We are hanging out, reliving all the wonderfulness of the, let's see, where did it go? Of the vacation that Rick and Darlene have been having in Hawaii. Basically, they have created a situation for us where we get wonderful, beautiful postcards of the picture and movie variety and the paper variety, because by the way, that postcard I got from Darlene, and I have to say it's so awesome. I mean, the message on the back was great, right? But like, just that picture is so awesome. And so they're getting vacation all over my real life. That's what this picture is entitled. You're getting vacation all over my real life. Do you notice the New Balance 0? See, that's, yeah. You're getting your vacation all over my real life is that picture. It's an artistic treatise on why I need to go on vacation, and I am living vicariously through Rick and Darlene. Yep, that's my story. And yeah, their last day I think is tomorrow. They said that Rick is here, or was here earlier at least, and said that their dinner, they're going out for dinner. It's their last dinner on the island, so I'm thinking they're flying out tomorrow. And Darlene, yes, the temperatures are great, but not a fan of the humidity. Yeah, that's why you got to get Rickfoot back to the wilderness up in Wisconsin. Because, yeah, that humidity, man, you know, you look, for me, where, you know, because the Pacific Northwest, we range in, 60 to 80% humidity during the summer, which is nice. And it's not humid at 60 to 80, but then you, like, look at, you go, you hit Hawaii, and you're just like, oh, right, yeah, this is what humidity is all about. Ugh. So let's see here. Rick, good point. You don't call it a vacation because you don't work, so more of an experience. Good point. And right, Elaine, you live there and don't see what Rick and Darlene have seen. I know that. I mean, like, seriously, I am so happy to get their vacation all over my existence, because they have taken us to places that I didn't know to go to think about going to, wouldn't know to think about going to, didn't have time necessarily to go to the places that they're going to, let alone find them. Yeah, super, super awesome. And in fact, they have shared so many things with me, and I haven't even shown you all of them. I have actually a backlog of things to show you guys. So in the name of the backlog, why don't we maybe, start getting through it? Like, there was this macadamia nut farm that they went to a while ago. That obviously is not a macadamia nut farm. That is a piece of knick-knacketry that I think was for sale at the Macanut farm. And I think the Macanut farm had a little okay, so they're a Macanut farm, but I think they also, had a little shop. They sold things and stuff. Maybe a little bit of a nursery, etc., etc. Because, you can see that looks like there's a little bit of a shop and things and stuff. And that looks like a pineapple plant, if I'm not mistaken, but I might be mistaken, but I think I'm not. I think it's a pineapple plant, because that's how pineapple plants grow. And see, that's a super awesome tiki-looking structure there. And it looks like a couple of those sculptures are for sale. And then look at that coleus. Oh my god, I could only dream. Yeah. I don't know if those figurines were for sale or not. My best guess is not. But can you imagine coming home from a vacation with, a little souvenir that's like, 800 pounds and like 6 feet tall? And obviously, I have no idea how much those wooden statues, those tikis, might weigh, but I'm guessing within the hundreds of pounds. That's for gosh darn sure. And so I really do like that whale tail carving that's up front though. And the Honu, that Honu there is just amazing. 800 pounds, 6 foot tall, like your last boyfriend. Yeah, that joke writes itself, huh? And yeah, Darlene, there were nooks and crannies everywhere. Tikis and things for sale, along with all sorts of flavored and roasted mac nuts and other gifts. Yeah, it looked like there was a bunch, like it looks like I said, some of those sculptures, however huge they are, look like they might have been for sale. Because the way they're set up, like, okay, so not in the pineapple picture, but like in another picture later. Let's see if we can get to it. There we go. All right, so we've got the big tiki, the big guy with the headdress in the middle, but where his leg is, that's another carving, like that was leaning on his leg, and that carving definitely looked for sale. And let's see here, your son-in-law bought a full-size Honu carving and checked it on the flight home in 2019. Wow. So, Rick, how much did that Honu carving weigh roughly, do you think? Let's see here. Oh, Elaine, that's not a pineapple plant. Too tall. Pineapple plants are only about waist high. That's a leafy plant. See, I thought it looked like there's a little pineapple. Oh, you're right. Oh, no, you're right. That's not a pineapple plant. Okay. No, I see what you're saying. All right. I'm a big liar, and that's why we have people here to come in and say, liar, you're lying. This is not the truth. I don't know what the truth is, but what you are saying is not the truth. And sometimes that's as good as it gets. So yeah, that is one of the sets of the cutenesses that Darlene shared with us. And Rick had a 15-foot tall stalk on some of them. Well, Rick some of the taller Rickfoots, their waist is just 15 feet high, right? Didn't she say they were waist high? Waist high to a Rickfoot, maybe? Okay, all right. Okay, so let's see here. I'm seeing a whole bunch of Lono. And I know that we're listening to Lono. But how about we take ourselves a Lono listening break, and we'll be back with more beautiful stuff from Rick and Darlene, including some wild pigs. That's right. So yeah, we're gonna see some wild pigs. But before we see wild pigs, we are going to have a Lono listening break. So here we are. Boop. Wow, everything's going grandly. This is how everything was meant to go. It was planned that way. All right. So, Shock, I don't know if you need to go to a jam session or not, or if your devices are all just mutually hallucinating. I don't know what's going on right now, other than literally my scenery is falling apart. My show that I had all dreamt and hooked up is not dreamt and hooked up. So what I have for you at the moment is kittens, and then we'll be back.
life of a fool. Sad and long, lonely day. I walk the avenue and hope I run into the welcome sight of you coming my way. Stop just across from your door. You're never home anymore. So back to my room, there in the gloom, I cry tears of goodbye. Oh, till you come back to me, that's the way it shall be every day in the life of a fool, of a fool. Oh, oh.
There's one simple tinnitus.
All right, there we have it. Now, here's the ironic thing. As a general rule of thumb, when I can, I like to sometimes, if I can, coordinate the Lono song with the show that we're having. Like, if we're talking about whales, I might play Evie Kaloha, because that's the song that he's got about whales and the like, right? So, or if we're talking about, cowboy meat, or not cowboy meat, hamburger meat and beef and cows, I might play, the rough side, Kila Kila Na Rough Riders or something, But this particular stream, I had no theme, I thought. And I did think that A Day in the Life of a Fool was a very pretty song. And so I thought, I'll just show that. Unbeknownst to me, that yes, indeedy, apparently, given today's events, I maybe picked the proper theme. Day in the life of a fool. It's kind of the way my day's been going around. Sounds like Shocks maybe had a bit of a day like that. So, yeah, Mercury's in Remoulade, I guess. And what is it that Cindy is talking about here? Yeah, Shock, exactly. Dared not get behind the wheel today. Yeah, and we're having the same day. Stay home. Precisely. Dude, seriously, today is like a day in the life of a fool. And Mercury's in Bouillabaisse. Okay, that'll work too. That'll work too. Actually, you should say that. You might be on something there. Yeah. And let's see here. Kenny, maybe I should shoot a bunch of stock footage of the kittens to show a kitten video every now and then. Call it Saturday's Kitten Cam. Well, here's the thing. I don't have any kittens anymore. All of the kittens are full grown-ish. The kittens at work, they're about a year old now, and they're brother and sister, so they've, you know, they've sort of, they're doing their own things. And one of them almost caught a salamander the other day. Only the funny thing is, salamanders, they drop their tail like nobody's business. And so they caught the tail, but that's okay because the tail is removable and will grow back. But the little salamander, he got away, which is good because actually the salamanders that live in my boss's yard are Pacific giant salamanders, and they're a native species that's on the decline. And so the fact that she's got a habitat that has been sustaining them for over a decade now is very lovely. And Pussycat, where is Mr. Leo? I don't know. I haven't seen Leo probably since the last stream. That being said, the last few days has been last few days and nights has been really, really warm. And when it's really, really warm out, it's not uncommon for me to not see my own cats for a while, like more than 24 hours. But it's really common for me not to see Leo for like a week or so. He's gonna go out. Remember, he's an unaltered cat, right? So to be clear, you guys, Mr. Leo is not my cat. He is a feral stray cat. Like, he comes inside my house, but he is not mine. If he were mine, he would be altered, but he's not mine. And I have tried to grab him to do that, but that just never has worked out. Anyway, consequently, because he's never been trapped, neutered, or re-released, he's out doing his tomcat thing when it's nice, warm nights, like now. So, where's Leo? Good question. Good question. Honestly, though, if I could, I know that he wouldn't let me put a collar on him, but if I could somehow get a collar on him and get camera footage of where he goes, I would be very curious. In fact, I kind of want to put a camera on Dusty to see where he goes, because he sometimes comes back smelling. He comes back smelling. He comes back smelling like a dude with expensive cologne. Sometimes he even comes back smelling like fireplace. And so I feel like he has found some dude with a fireplace who wears expensive cologne to cuddle up to some nights. And because he comes home smelling like somebody else. And let's see here. And Cindy Krause, you don't want to know the things your cats bring home. They started out feral, so they're trained as well to survive. Exactly. Pussycat, put a GoPro on Leo. Well, dude, GoPros are not tiny. Like, first, that's, and they're heavy. Like, I just don't know. I don't think that's the kind of camera that would be a good one. And as much as I would love to, like, put a camera on my cat to see where he goes, I can't. And the reason why I can't is because he's kind of stupid. or something. Or maybe he's just playing me. He like knows that if he acts this stupid, I'll just give up. But you see, whenever I put a collar on Dusty, he only walks backwards. Like, he wants to back out of his collar, so he will only walk backwards. He doesn't walk forwards when I have a collar on him. He only walks backwards. So, I mean, I can see his logic, I guess, but, yeah. He just lays there and meows and walks backwards, and I feel so bad for him that I finally take the collar off. So like I said, he actually might not be that dumb. He actually might be playing one, three-dimensional chess, and knows that, it knows that it'll cause me. He's trained me well, basically. And then Rick, exactly, that co-owner out there probably would like a new GoPro. Yeah, and then there's that. Exactly, and then there's that. Yeah, I would definitely need to, Pussycat, make the small, go grab one of the small ones that they've got for the cats. Totally. But it still doesn't get away from the cat only walking backwards when it has a collar on. Because he wants to back out of the collar. Yeah. And Kenny from the Cove, Dusty comes back smelling like cologne and fireplace because when he's out and about, he hangs out at the local moose lodge. You'd think, right? Although, I don't know if we've got a local moose lodge. We've got elks and we've got eagles, but I don't know of any moose lodges around here. But yeah, definitely he's hanging out with somebody. That's for damn sure. That is for dang sure. And let's see here. I can watch him catch fish and party with the strays. Yep, exactly. Although I don't know if there's a whole lot of fish necessarily to catch around here, because I live right near the headwaters of a creek. But the headwaters aren't really, that's just where the water comes bubbling out of the ground, right? So, there's not a lot of fish out there, up there in that area. And then of course there's the ponds that our neighbors might have that have their, their fish that they purchased for their own pond. But, I'm pretty sure that most of the neighbors don't do that, because whenever I've known people who've done it, the raccoons, like the moment you put fish in your pond, the raccoons are like, score, buffet. And so they just come and they eat all your fish. And so the raccoons get the fish before the cats do. And Pussycat, well, yeah, actually there is salmon, and there is salmon run, but my cats don't live within walking distance of a creek that has the salmon in them. So, but yeah, actually, I think there might be a salmon run that's going on right now that I think about it. And so, hold on. So let's see here. And Darlene, that had to look funny the first time I put a collar on him. Oh, it absolutely did. And not only did, I mean, dude, no, I've tried it several times, and every single time it just tries to walk backwards. And it's funny, it's painful. I mean, he's just not the smartest cat. I mean, he just really isn't. It's a good thing he's a cutie boy, but he's really not the smartest cat at all. Yeah. Oh, that's where Leo is, at the salmon run. Quite possibly. But my best guess is Leo's more interested in the local pussycats, so to speak, than the local salmon run. But yeah, let's see here. Okay, so what have we got here? All right. Oh, here we go. Oh, what do we got? What do we got? Okay. Oh, I don't know if I... Okay. All right. I don't think I showed this yet. You guys, here's a video that Darlene made. Yeah, exactly, Pussycat. Kitties of the evening, shall we say. Yeah. Okay, you guys, I don't think I showed this because things have been scattered and, well, yeah, things have been scattered. So, did we see this yet? I don't think we saw this. Rick and Darlene were at this arboretum. I think it was the Lyon Arboretum. And things got hog wild crazy. Let's see if you can find them.
Piggies running through. We're at the Lyon Arboretum. Piggies running through. We're at the Lyon Arboretum.
Do you see that? Did you see the little piggies go running away from market? Did you see those piggies? If you didn't, okay, let me see if I can find it again. Hold on. There we go. All right, if you didn't see, Rick, you saw all 5 live, and let's see here. You have to put stuff around your barrel with fish from the fair. No place for cats to sit and catch them. Oh, there you go. Okay, so it sounds like you guys did. Oh, there was 5 of them? I only noticed like
Piggies
3,
running
I think,
through. We're at the Lyon Arboretum.
Yeah, I think I only saw 2 or 3, but yeah, on the left-hand side,
Piggies
for those of you
running
who still
through.
might
We're
not
at the
see 'em,
Lyon Arboretum.
watch the left-hand side. There we go, there they go. And there's one little last piggy on the left-hand side. And so I'm kind of impressed that you got that footage, but I also have to say, or have to wonder actually, were you guys a little nervous? I mean, like, I feel like I would have been a little nervous with a bunch of 5 wild pigs just like running around within my proximity. I mean, we saw how close y'all were to the pigs just running around. You know, pigs are strong, and I mean, I'm not suggesting that they were like after you, but those were wild animals, right? Those were not like... Were you afraid? Because I feel like I would have been a little bit nervous. And so let's see here. Yeah. And Rick brings up a very good point, and they're really quicker than Rickfoot. You didn't get your camera out in time. Well, which I guess is good, like quick and in and out of my consciousness, and you know, like get out of my, don't be near me. But I feel okay, not really, for they seem more scared and just ran off. There was a sow and 4 younger ones. Okay. Oh, great. Nice. Yo, yeah. Really? You're trying to make me feel better by saying, oh, it's just a mom with her kids. Yeah, that makes me feel better when we're talking about wild animals. Oh, it's nothing. It's just a mom with her kids. Nothing ever can come wrong when it's a mom with their babies. You guys are braver than I am. I've done some stupid things, and I've done some questionable things, but I can say that you guys are braver than I am. Yeah, never have to worry about a mom protecting her kids or nothing. Nope, not one bit. Never. Oh, yeah, all right. So, okay, Darlene, they weren't really that close. You zoomed in for that shot. Okay, that's good. That's good to know because yeah. But yeah, exactly, Cindy. You're summing it up quite nicely. You absolutely were blessed to see the Honu, the pigs, the rare Wisconsin Rickfoot relocated. And yeah, the hogs are destroying the underbrush on the island, absolutely certain, which is why it's 100% legal to catch and kill and eat those pigs. And in fact, I think like there's bounty programs in some parts of the on Hawaii Island, or maybe is it Kauai Island? I maybe not. I think one of the islands actually has a bounty on pigs. But I'm not gonna expect Rick and Darlene to go catch a wild pig. You know what I'm saying? Oh no, Rick, you never saw Rickfoot in the wild once. That's a bummer. It's weird how you and Rickfoot never seem to be in the same place at the same time. And all right, so here is a series of pictures, I think, pictures that we've already referred to, that Darlene took, and very blessed is she.
Now
whoops,
begun
wrong
the
one.
climb.
Very blessed is she to have run across this Honu on an early morning trek to the beach, and along with a cute little snail. But the Honu, I am not really sure. I don't know enough about the behaviors of the Pacific sea turtle, which is what the Honu is. But if I had to guess, an ignorant guess, I would say it looks like she's maybe thinking about burying some eggs, laying some eggs, burying some eggs. Then again, I don't know. Perhaps Honu just come up to the shore and cover themselves with sand as like a little insulation so they can take a nap and just do whatever. I honestly, or maybe she's pooping. I don't know. I really don't know what the Honu behavior is. Rick, you think it was trying to stay warm? Right, exactly. That's kind of what I was thinking too. Was I'll get nuzzled in the sand so you can get all cozy. But I have no idea. Regardless, I still think it's super, super awesome that Darlene was able to happenstance across this, because I don't recall ever seeing a Honu on the shore. My experiences with Honu have always been in the water, and so consequently, now granted, I haven't lived on the islands for a super long time, and I've only been back to the islands with Honu in the water a few times, but the point is, like, I see them way more often in the water than on sand. On sand seems to be maybe a rare specific occasion. I'm wondering if that occasion is the eggs. Hard for say, because none of us know nothing. Now, if some of us knew something, we might know, but we don't. And that's okay. I still think this picture is awesome, but the next picture, I think, is the next picture that's the awesomest. Yeah, that is the picture that is, to me, the most awesome. The turtle totally looks like she's just sleeping. Just sleeping. And, let's see here. All right, so we've got about 15 minutes left, and I've still got a couple things that Rick and Darlene have been sharing that have been, backed up for a while. And so, Pussycat, it's turtle nesting season in Florida. Okay, so in theory, it could be nesting season in Hawaii too. I know nothing. I really am. This is all conjecture. And Cindy, you think a nest, they don't leave the ocean too much. That's kind of what my impression is. Once again, I know nothing about nothing. So conjecture. But I think that, yeah, maybe right in front on the beach by Rick and Darlene, Rick got a couple pics too on other mornings. I'm wondering if perhaps maybe, it could be nesting season. I do know that at least for the Florida turtles, and I can kind of only assume it's true for any sea turtle, I don't know how long the eggs need to sit around and incubate in the sand, but I do know that they generally hatch during full moon times because it's the brightness of the full moon reflecting upon the water that creates a big shining light that acts as a lighted beacon for the baby turtles. They instinctively go towards the light when they hatch. And when they hatch, the light is coming from the ocean, the moon reflecting on the ocean. And so they go towards the ocean, which is why in some areas they require like freeway lights and things to be obscured that are like on the other side of beach areas, because the parking lot lights, the industry lights, the civilization lights are confusing the sea turtles, so they don't know which light to follow. And so instead of going towards the beach light, the moon, where the water is, where the sea turtles need to go, they end up going towards the freeways or the highways or the roadways, the exact opposite of where they need to go, which is the water. And so yeah, I don't know. Pussycat, you black out the coast as much as you can. See, I don't know what I'm talking about a lot of times, but Pussycat is coming in with, actually, she's not making this up. Like this part I actually am telling the truth about. And so let's see here, Darlene, and the temperature decides on the sex of the turtles, we were told. Interesting. Yeah, I know nothing about that. But Rick, dark skies should be mandated in lots of places. Yeah, you know, Hilo's got the dark skies mandate for reasons above, etc. And I feel like there's pros and cons. I mean, definitely we are so used to a light after dark that, you know, people's safety seems like it could be compromised. But I agree, if there's way that we could make the skies darker while still maintaining safety, 100%, you know, people need to be able to see the skies, the stars. It's so wonderful when you actually go outside of light pollution areas and you're just like, the sky looks like velvet, you know? And Darlene, yeah, I had a feeling that where you're at, they don't need to worry about blackening anything, because it's like, well, the mountain is right there and that's dark, and then the ocean is, you know, yeah. So let's see here. Yeah, okay, Pussycat, we even black out the whole coast of our streetlights. Right, yeah, exactly. Yeah, that is, and for the reason that I'm saying, right, is so they don't accidentally go towards the road. They want them to go towards the ocean. And let's see here. Pacola T, good to see you. We're sitting here talking about sea turtles and whether or not this sea turtle, wait, where did it go? Where did it go? Here we go. Oh, that's not a sea turtle. That's a snail. Maybe a sea snail? I don't really know. Do sea snails go on land too? But anyway, that's a different topic. This Honu, Pacola T, actually, you live on the islands, maybe you know. This Honu, is it just resting or is it building a nest? Rick and Darlene saw several Honu on the shore of their place right now, during their vacation. And I, not knowing what the flying fork I'm talking about, hypothesized that this is a nest building activity and that they don't go to the beach very often except for to build the nest, but I don't know what I'm talking about. And I'm just wondering, Pacola T, do you happen to know, do the Honus come on shore for no reason, or if they are coming on shore, is that for nest building? I guess is what I'm trying to say. And Pussycat, they even stopped all the reconstruction of the seawalls on the coast. That's fantastic. I realized that for such flat land in Florida, those seawalls seem kind of like a mandatory thing. But yeah, the seawalls just screw up so much of the natural ecosystem. We're starting to tear down our seawalls up here in the Pacific Northwest as well. That whole, the beach is such a specific thing that, the seawalls screw everything up, basically. And Sea Honda, you thought they come on shore daily to rest, and they go back out together. Could be. I have no idea. I don't know. That's actually like, I guess that's sort of the root of my question is, is this normal, or does this indicate nest building? Because it sounds like it's nesting season for the Florida turtles. That doesn't mean it's necessarily nesting season for the Pacific turtles, but it doesn't mean it's not either. And Puzzycat, I'm very glad to hear that between May and August, things are forbidden in that part of this on the beach for your guys, for the safety of your sea turtles. So that makes me very happy to know that Florida's taking that very seriously. And right, yeah, okay, so Darlene telling Sea Honda, yeah, you've heard that too, wasn't sure, nesting, resting, we're just not sure. Okay, well, we might have to find that out one day. We just might have to go down a rabbit hole, or a little turtle hole. Okay, let's do that. And nests are heavily guarded, and touch. Exactly. Yeah, I have very little patience for, well, I just wanna, no, I don't care what you just wanna. No. You look with your eyes, not with your fingers. Okay, so let's see here. I don't remember if I showed this or not, but I know I didn't show this. Okay, so you guys, this video is a video that Darlene took, and let's see here. Okay, Sea Honda, you saw them on Poipu. The locals said they stand at certain times. Okay. And Rick, trade winds were strong that morning. I stay warm with the sand blanket, says the turtle. That makes sense. There we go. Why not, right? Yeah. And all right. So, okay. So this video, short little video, Darlene took it, and this is probably the most advanced, you guys, this is the most advanced video I've ever created, because I tried to stabilize a video for the first time ever, and I did color correcting for the first time ever. So, this is the fanciest video I've ever made, and it's all thanks to Darlene. So let's go look at some pretty flowers.
Now begun to climb all of the beautiful trees, the flowers. Look at these. They're gorgeous. I don't know what kind they are, but look at how pretty these are. And they're everywhere. There's white ones. And here's some pink or peachy colored ones. This whole hillside is just full of them. Look at these. They're beautiful. There are these beautiful flowers on the way back down. I don't know what they're called. I have to find out the name of them. They're huge. Look at them. Aren't they gorgeous? White and peach. They have such unusual. Then there's this dark purple, black bush with little white flowers.
All right, there we have it. Now, I know that the color was definitely wonky, but I'm only so fancy, so I could only do so much. But I was still pretty impressed with what I did, And because if you look at the original one, you will note like the original one isn't nearly as green, and the colors, all the flowers just looked white in the original one. So you know, look, I'm using free software, you guys, and I don't know what I'm doing, so I wasn't able to make it the best. I was just able to make it better. Of course, if Andy got a hold of that footage, it would just be like total broadcast quality, but we won't talk about that because we won't talk about that. So, let's see here. All right. Okay, I think I haven't shown you this. Yeah, Pussycat, they did a walk with PhotoLuke, and oh my god, Pussycat. Okay, first off, Rick, Darlene, actually, I'm talking to you, but Pussycat, yeah, you're here too. Dude, Rick, Darlene, I got exhausted just watching the walk that you guys did with PhotoLuke. Did he take you on like an 8-mile trek? Because that was not a short walk. I was like, can we stop and get some shave ice? Can we stop and grab a beer? Oh my god, I need to sit down. Seriously, you guys, I watched your walk and I got tired. That was an incredible walk. Funny thing is, I actually do know kind of where you were at. Like, I finally eventually, I was like, oh, I think I know. But that was not a short little trek. I would have been exhausted. It was about an hour or a bit more. Okay, yeah, all right. It seemed like I would have wanted to sit down. PhotoLuke knows how to cover some distance. And yeah, Kenny Vercove, don't feel bad. Andy's been in the game just a smidge longer than me. Oh yeah, and it's not like his equipment or know-how is infinity capabilities beyond mine. Exactly. And oh my god, Shock, you walked with him for 3 hours on Halloween. Your feet, oh no. Yeah, and Rick, I could tell that was only, right, I knew that was only half of the walk, actually, which was why it was like, this is not a small walk. Not even close. But one thing, though, that I really do like about that walk that he took you on was it was very indicative of a lot of the streets I noticed in Hawaii in the old areas, which is how beautiful and shaded the tree-lined streets are. And I really do wish that PhotoLuke would know more about the trees that line the streets there, because the tree-lined streets of Honolulu really do help create this, even though you're in the middle of a stupid city, because you are, it just creates a magical, I love tree-lined shady, the sun filtering through tree-lined streets is just one of my favorite shade patterns and just wonderful things. It's just, I just really enjoyed how part of that walk really captured that essence of the shadiness of the tree-lined streets. And let's see here. And let's see here, Darlene. It was nice, though. After a bit, Luke asked if I was okay. It was time to walk back to the car. Yeah, exactly. Time to go get some, a cold beverage and some resty feet. Yeah, exactly. Luke walks at a brisk pace for short people. Precisely. Exactly. And yeah, Darlene, the older buildings with the little angled walkways and all the fountains and flowers and bushes, it was a gorgeous walk that he took you on. But yeah, I was just like, whew, once you guys were going through to the Aloha Tower area, it was just like, whew, all right, this is a walk. Like I said, I was getting tired watching you. Okay, so you guys, I have one more set of pictures that I could share with you today, but we are already at the bottom of the hour, so I'm going to save that for next Chatter with Statter. However, next Chatter with Statter is going to be on Sunday, obviously, and we still haven't decided what we're going to do on Saturday for Statterbox at the cinema. And the piece of paper that I had my notes on for what the movies were, has mysteriously disappeared. So, we're not going to talk about that today, either. However, if I remember correctly, what was vaguely on the docket was Dazed and Confused, Slumdog Millionaire, I've got it written down. So, on Saturday, we will take a quick poll to see what we're going to be watching. Kenny from the Cove, I vote for Dazed and Confused as well. In fact, I believe... Oh, Princess Bride, I have that, but I don't think that was on our... I don't think that was on the list, but I do have that. But Dazed and Confused, though, I think might be the choice that we're gonna go with, because no, it's not a Led Zeppelin movie, Pussycat. Oh, that's right, and you haven't seen it. Okay, you know what? Executive decision. We're watching Dazed and Confused on Saturday. No, we're watching Dazed and Confused on Saturday. So, Pussycat, I'm commanding you as much as I can command you to be here. Of course, I know that my commands have no power over you, so I urgently suggest that you show up for Dazed and Confused. It is not a movie about Led Zeppelin. It is a movie that takes place on the last day of school in May 1976 in Austin, Texas, and all of the shenanigans that take place. And nope, no Jimmy Page. Nope, no. It's all about a bunch of high school kids and the juniors that are going into their senior year, or the freshmen, or the 8th graders that are going to their freshman year, and what happens on the last day of school before summer break of the big moments of your high school life, which basically is your first year of high school and your last year of high school. And it is a cute, fun movie. It is, coincidentally, the very first movie, the very, very, very first words Matthew McConaughey ever said on screen was in this movie. And I'm sure you already all know what words those are, even if you don't know that these were the very first words that he ever said on film. Anyone want to guess? Well, all right. Looks like nobody knows. I guess we'll have to find out. All right. Check it on Saturday. You got it, Pussycat. All right. That is it. Bit of trivia there. So hopefully we will see each other on Saturday night. That would be 6 p.m. West Coast time, 3 p.m. Hawaii time, 9 p.m. on the East Coast. We're going to be watching Dazed and Confused, and in about a half an hour, we might join each other again for Andy Boomatai's Daily Pigeon Live. Hope to see you there. If all y'all are watching on the rerun, don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and maybe check out the live streams of Daily Pigeon or Andy Boomatai, or the live streams here, and we'd love to see you in the Chatterbox crew. All right, ahui ho. Take care, y'all.